The story of SnappedFingers. The most disturbing Reddit user of all time. On the first day that SnappedFingers joined Reddit, he posted an in-depth description of him having god-awful hallucinations. He described the things he saw as large fleshy unclothed featureless figures. He claimed he would see spiders on his skin, and feel them crawling on him, but they would disappear when he looked at them. He stated that he would have visuals of small children on all fours charging at him, and ever since he was a child, had demons whispering in his ears. He refused to seek medical help, or involve doctors as they treated him like a science experiment. His next post was him asking if he were to chomp his finger off, could he reattach it? His posts got more disturbing. 20 minutes later, he posted about the time he slammed a power drill into his arm. He explains that a decade ago he was at home building a shelf with a power drill, when an unexplained black mass occupied his left arm, and he could see it in his peripheral vision. The mass started spreading from his arm to his face, so to combat it, he stuck the power drill into the mass. The hallucination disappeared when he struck his arm, and he went to the hospital to treat the wound, but never cared to tell the doctors about his mental health. People once again claimed he needed help, which he once again refuted, and claimed he was totally okay. He downplayed all of these events consistently. Under the power drill post, a commenter suggested the fact that SnappedFingers was able to see into another dimension. SnappedFingers replied, and they started talking about it on Discord. Although SnappedFingers was not immediately sold on the idea of being able to see creatures or things in another dimension, this hypothesis piqued his curiosity, and he started delving deeper into it. He started giving it some serious thought, and started referring to his visuals as an interdimensional merge. He claimed that late at night, he sees things on the side of his bed, black abstract masses which dive underneath his bed once he looks directly at them. In the upcoming days, he posted a concerning post. He asked, "How much of your blood do interdimensional beings require to leave you alone?" This was posted in a ritualistic subreddit. In this post, he stated that he had long conversations with experts on Discord, who knew about interdimensional beings, and who had solutions to his interdimensional being problem. The experts claimed he had to give a little bit of himself to satisfy the beings. He mentioned being skeptical, but then he dives headfirst into the interdimensional being theory. He was 100% convinced that his hallucinations were real. He then proceeded to seek help from others with experiences regarding interdimensional beings. He searched for less extreme solutions at first. A few days later he made another post, seeking advice on how to rid oneself of interdimensional beings. In this post, he, in detail, explained that he thought that what he saw was just hallucinations, however after consulting experts on Discord, came to realize that what he sees is 100% real, and are beings from different dimensions. He asked for any methods other than the two he currently knew. The first one involved hassling the local church, which had banished him, and the second named Viridian's method. He claimed he was currently using Viridian's method. This method involved drinking a small glass of turpentine, mixing in some of your own blood, as well as some holy water. He said these were effective for the smaller interdimensional beings, but not the larger ones. He mentioned Master G's method, which could banish larger beings, but these would come at the cost of one's limb. He was not yet ready to do that just yet. He claimed he tried this method, but it landed him in hospital. The comments were pleading for him to get help, however he once again refused, as was typical for SnappedFingers. But then miraculously, things started looking up for him. A few months later he posted about how he has been off in the deep end for the last few months, and will be looking into setting up appointments with medical professionals. However, things went downhill very fast. It's safe to bet he never made an appointment. Under this post, a fellow user commented, telling SnappedFingers to get on Discord, claiming it was mission critical. There are theories that were people purposely manipulating SnappedFingers, and this commenter is suspect of doing exactly that. SnappedFingers' next few posts reached a new level of disturbing. He went back onto Reddit, and posted about hell portals that exist in the Paris catacombs. He claimed interdimensional beings live within these portals. He then stated he needs to travel there, explore the catacombs, find these portals and close them to free himself. He asked for advice on Reddit on how to shut down interdimensional hell portals, but surprisingly, didn't find what he was looking for in the comments. However, he seemed set to make the journey. He claimed he had reason to believe his theories were true, but never elaborated. He even looked for unofficial maps of the Paris catacombs. He then made a post that topped them all. He explained how in a few days he was about to travel to the Paris catacombs to close the hell portals which host interdimensional beings. He claimed these portals and its creatures were not seen by everyone, but were seen by him, and it was his mission to shut them down. The hell portals merged hell with earth, he claimed. He said he planned to carry a chainsaw with him. This was meant to be used if he got cornered by a large interdimensional being. He would offer up a part of himself to the being via the saw. He would go on to post 2 more times, one about how to cure himself of being possessed. His last post, sadly, detailed he did not have the funds required after all to make the trip to the Paris catacombs. He has never posted since.